What we have here, I know I don't shoot much video, but this is something that I thought I'd put out there. So there's a twice a year ritual for a lot of pipers and some other aircraft, and that's to remove the winterization plate from the oil cooling system. Let's get a close-up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the winterization plate right here. It blocks off the airflow from the plenum baffles down into the oil cooler, which is down here, and the air exit is down underneath. You can see down underneath there. And it's real simple, kind of, but you have to remove the scat hose here, and then there's 4 screws that hold it in place. You can kind of see there's a nut there, but it's not a nut. I'll go into that later. And I know guys who just clean this off and put duct tape in here. And this is not a FAA required item. It's a Piper suggested item. So let's get this off and do a little bit more of explanation of what this is all about. I may be blocking some of your view here because I'm shooting this on an iPhone. I don't have my good camera out here. But basically, I'm going to loosen up the band clamp. By the way, perfectly easy, legal to do by the owner. I just have to put an entry in the logbook. Get the scat hose out of the way. Put the band clamp here. Now there's 4 screws here, 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 and here. These are 832 stainless steel screws, and I'm just going to remove these screws. Notice I'm not going into the plate looking for nuts, because this normally bolts on with screws and nuts, and that can be kind of problematic sometimes. Losing a nut down inside the baffles may not be a horrific thing. It'll probably fall at the bottom onto the ground. Losing a screw only affects you when you're putting it on, so I bring extra screws in this fall when I put it back on. They have washers and lock nuts on them. Nice long screwdriver for doing this because of the way this thing is set up. No, I dropped a screw. It's down on the ramp somewhere now, ground. So this is the winterization plate. For winter operations only, to remove when ambient temperature exceeds 50 degrees F. So which means at 50 degrees F, this goes off. At 50 degrees F or below continuously, it goes back on. But instead of having nuts, this is an owner supplied part, by the way. Instead of having nuts inside, I put on 832 nut plates or nut certs on the aluminum sheet. So the nuts are fixed. I don't have to worry about that. I just got to get the screws started when I put it on, and we're done. And that will go up here. No, that'll go over here for now. And that'll go in the back of the airplane, in the back of the airplane box. Now the fun part is putting the scat hose back on. The reason I say fun is I've lost a lot of the. I got to get a new piece of scat hose. I've lost some of the wires inside the scat hose. It's going in for annual next month, so we'll have them replace this piece of scat hose. Okay, get up like that. Get the band clamp up. Tighten up it. Okay, that's not going anywhere. And according to Piper, the reason we have these is because the engine will never get to full operating temperature. Oil will not get to full operating temperature if it's 30 degree, 20 degree air coming down straight into the oil cooler. This blocks it off so you don't get that cold air. There's a little tube over here, I don't know if you can see it in camera, that just allows air to go in and out there, and it really works very well in the wintertime because I get up to good operating temperature, and the oil gets up to good operating temperature. So there it is. Removed my blanking off plate for, oh, I see what that is. That cools the mag. Anyway, we're ready to fly now. Now, I'm not going to be flying today, but this is all ready to go. That's essentially it. This is just a trickle charger for the battery, and twice a year ritual, spring and fall. Take it off, put it on. I'm not flying today, like I said, but probably the next couple of days. So anyway, little adventure, doing some work to the airplane. Until next time, fly safe.